run, stand up and cheer. Number one, Philadelphia, here they come, team of the year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Sixers. 10, 9, 8, 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia. 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia. 76ers. Here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Here come the Sixers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia. 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia. 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia. 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia. 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia. 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody, for Philadelphia. 76ers. Clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia. 76ers. Stomp your feet, everybody.
James Harden. James Harden, that's the guy we traded for. That's the James Harden we traded for. Sixers tied a series. 2 games apiece against the Miami Heat. Now we're tied going back to Miami for game 5. Brand new series. Joel Embiid has definitely made a difference. The Sixers look insanely confident. James Harden, the scoring has showed up. Everyone just doing their thing. Guy fell asleep on the court. on the court. Everything happened in this game. Oh my God, everything was just amazing. Jimmy Butler went off for Miami. If he doesn't score that 40-plus points in this game, it's a more comfortable win for the Sixers team. But it doesn't matter what James Harden is drilling threes when he's hitting his shots. When James Harden is being the Houston Rockets James Harden. Honestly, we didn't even expect James Harden to be the Houston James Harden. We expected him to be more like he was in Brooklyn. But no, this was Houston Harden. Tonight was Houston Harden, especially in the second half. Man, James Harden was just on a completely different level in this game. Completely. And it was amazing to see. My goodness. That was fun. That was really fun. And now we got ourselves a series again. Best of 3 now. Going to game 5 in Miami. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. My goodness, this was a very, very fun game to watch. Just watching James Harden just go off the way he did tonight. Honestly, this is probably his best game so far in a Sixers uniform since the trade. My goodness, he was simply fantastic in this game. I just can't. Words just don't describe how great James Harden was in this game. It was just amazing. Man, that was something. That was definitely something. And still, it's, playoff series in any league. It's not a true series until a team wins on the road. Let's see if the Sixers can win one. Well, they have to win one in Miami in order to win the series. So let's see if the Sixers can, steal game 5, come back to Philly for game 6 up 3-2. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see, I want to see that Sixers crowd at the Wells Fargo Center giving these boys more energy in game 6 if they're up 3-2, trying to close that series out to get to the conference finals. Man, this is going to be an entertaining series back and forth. This is going to be an incredible watch going down the stretch. With how down we were feeling in the first 2 games without Joel Embiid on the court, it was just unwatchable just because you knew without Joel Embiid, the Sixers were just, not confident in themselves. They were kind of outclassed in that point. But you can sort of tell that Miami, wasn't this, wow type of team. They weren't going to wow you off. They weren't going to dominate you off the court. They weren't going to embarrass you. Getting, a semi, somewhat percent, 75, 80% Joel Embiid still makes plenty of a difference in this series, especially against the Miami Heat. And Miami had definitely a much better game than they did in game 3. Jimmy Butler was definitely one of the main reasons. Bam Adebayo also had a much better game in this one as well. But still, the presence of Joel Embiid, especially defensively in this, the first 2 games since he's came back, made a difference. It's definitely made a difference. And the scoring touch was definitely there for Joel tonight. And it was a great watch. Definitely a great watch overall. So before we get into the rest of this recap, everyone, what is going on, and welcome back to TTP Sports. The most important thing you can do is hit that subscribe button. Also drop a like on the like button as well if you're looking for all the latest Philadelphia sports news, recaps, and events. This is the place to be at, depending on the outcome, great or miserable, depending on that outcome. And if you're a current viewer of the channel, I am grateful for you being here that long and looking to continue that down the road. And if you're looking for tickets to upcoming sporting events, concerts, whatever you can think of, use the code TTP Sports down below for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. So get yourself some Game 6 tickets, everyone. 3-2 up for the Sixers, maybe 3-2 down, whatever. Get that Wells Fargo Center rocking like it was tonight. Get that Wells Fargo Center rocking. Buy some tickets for that. Can't pass that up. Also, get yourself some Phillies tickets. Why not? It's summer. Not summer yet, but get yourself some baseball tickets. Why not? It's also a deal you can't pass up. $20 in your pocket. Use that for parking, concessions, anything you can think of. So use the code TTP Sports for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek today. So, Sixers take game 4 by a score of 116-108. James Harden, the story. My God, this dude went off, especially in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter too, just to put the Sixers away. My God. Throw another my God in there. Whew. That was fun. James Harden was on a completely different level. That was fun. I can't undermine how much fun that was. It was incredibly fun to watch. But still, just looking at everything right here for what James Harden did in this game, 31 points. So yeah, he dominated shooting wise. He was 8 of 18 from the floor, 6 of 10 from 3. So he was getting his shots to fall. Contested jumpers, deep jumpers, he was getting them to fall more times than not. And that is something we have not seen consistently from James. This is probably his best overall shooting performance as a Sixer. He was being aggressive, getting to the rack. And when he was able to take those shots from beyond the arc, he was getting them to fall. He was also 9 of 10 from the free throw line. So he was getting to the charity stripe. 7 rebounds, 9 assists, continuing to show how great of a facilitator he is. 1 steal as well. He had some turnover issues, though. 6 turnovers, but 31 points in all those threes. I think they make up for the turnovers in this game. Also a +8 on the court. So yeah, James Harden, my goodness. And just those shots that he was hitting in the fourth quarter, just to put this team, basically that entire second half performance from James Harden was just something that we desperately needed. And especially in that fourth quarter run when we had Paul Reed on the court, Joel Embiid getting some minutes off in that fourth. The Sixers going on, I think, what was it, a 10-0 run or something like that? James Harden being one of the back horses for that, quarterbacks for it. Man, yeah, that was good. That was really good from James Harden. My God. James Harden. Fantastic. Unbelievable performance. Can we get more of that, please? Not expecting more of that, but it'd be fantastic if we can get that version of James Harden for multiple games the rest of the series. That will just be, icing on the cake. Icing on the cake. Fantastic. Fantastic performance overall by James Harden. Joel Embiid, 24 points on the night, 7 of 13 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 9 of 13 from the free throw line, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block as well. Got into a little bit of foul trouble. He had 4 fouls on the night, plus 4 on the court still. Joel Embiid just being a domino or dynamo defensively, still being Joel Embiid. I think he had at least, I think in the first quarter, he was hitting his shots. He was getting to the rim. He was getting into the paint. He was, taking advantage of all the double teams in the world. He was getting those good passes from his teammates and basically everything there. I believe he had, I think it was around 10, 12 points in the first quarter, if I am not mistaken from that aspect. But still, Joel Embiid still just making that impact wherever he is on the court, whether it's grabbing boards, or whether it's, smothering guys defensively or anything like that. It was just, a solid Joel Embiid performance, something that he's been doing, he did in game 3 and something that he's basically been doing the entire playoffs for this Sixers. Yeah, basically. And that there's a lot of things going on right now talking about, speaking with Joel Embiid too, and like with the MVP conversation and all that stuff. There's like so much stuff that's like, it seems to be like, it can't, it's like too much stuff is like coming out, maybe like leaks, rumors and all that stuff, or like people are like reporting on things to where maybe like too much stuff cannot be a coincidence, because we saw from 97 Anthony Gargano from 97.5 The Fanatic, he reported for game 3 that the NBA officials were going to award Joel Embiid the MVP award. And then after game 3, there was a report, a post-game report on NBA.com. I'm not sure if this was just a general typo or not, but, and also for Anthony Gargano, he then also followed up with that one tweet saying, okay, it's not going to happen tonight, but maybe it sounded like it was going to happen later on in the future. But for going back to NBA.com, after game 3, the pregame report, or not the pregame, the postgame report, it started off with, I'm not sure, like we all not sure if this was just a typo, because they did fix this afterwards, like a couple of like minutes afterwards. People like took a bunch of screenshots on it regardless, but it said the Kia MVP Joel Embiid instead of Kia MVP finalist Joel Embiid. I'm not sure if that was just a general typo or anything like that, but there's just been like a ton of stuff that's like, maybe this is too much to be a coincidence with all this stuff happening, because I've seen a lot of other stuff on Twitter as well. But could it, is there a possibility that Joel Embiid could, somehow land the MVP? Are people like changing their minds? Because normally I've also seen reports about this as well, that the MVP has been was awarded earlier last year, like between games 1 and 2 of the second round. We're now going to game 5 and the MVP has still not been awarded yet. So I wonder if there's something, going on with that. I have no idea. I don't know. That's just definitely something interesting, to talk about in that standpoint. But still, going back to the game, hopefully Joel does win the MVP. I'm still, on the doubter side, just because of everything that was going on between, the whole Jokic thing and everything like that, with the way some people view the game with the analytical side. But still, off of that topic, that doesn't matter right now. Tyrese Maxey in this game, 18 points, a plus 13 on the court, 5 of 10 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. And that one pass that he had to Tobias Harris in the, dwindling minutes of the fourth quarter, basically just, the dagger at that point, that huge alley-oop pass just from basically the logo, finding like a wide open Tobias Harris, going to the bucket and putting the oop in. I'm just like, whoa, where did that come from? Where did that come from Tyrese? That was just a great pass overall. And still, Tyrese, basically from the get-go, looked more confident than he did at the start of game 3, even though at the end of game 3, he basically took it over. But still, he looked more confident starting this game and basically throughout. Even though he finished with less points, he was still an impact on the court, if you know what I mean. Tyrese Maxey did have a really good game for himself. Tobias Harris still being his, sound self defensively, just being a stud there. Got 13 points on the night, 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. He had 5 fouls, though, so he was still getting into that foul trouble, but still didn't manage to foul out. But Tobias Harris still being very solid overall throughout the entire playoff run. Danny Green, solid once again, hitting clutch shots, 11 points on the night, 4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 1 block. And that 1-3 that he had in transition in the second quarter, I was just like, whoa! Whoa, Danny Green. And he also got the 4-point play for the end. Well, not for the end one, basically a 4-point play in that situation. But, well, yeah, it wasn't an end one technically, but you know what I mean. Still, like, he throws it up, drains it, falls on the court, and he's just lying on the court like, bro. Still, Danny Green, really good performance today in 24 minutes. George Niang played 21 minutes in this game. Still, there's going to be issues with him defensively because of the lack of athleticism from George Niang, but still gave you 10 points in this game. This is probably one of his best games throughout the entire playoffs. 3 of 6 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Hit a couple of good threes in this game in the second half. So, Niang had a little bit of an impact there in the sometimes in the non-Embiid minutes as well. Paul Reed played 10 minutes in this game, 2 points. So basically, he's going to be the backup center for Joel Embiid and all that stuff. He's going to be in those spurts where Joel Embiid needs those breaks. There's going to be instances where he gets abused on the pick and rolls and all that stuff, but still he'll be solid overall if you can just not do what Doc Rivers did in game 3 and have a rotation without James Harden and Joel Embiid off the court. You cannot be doing that. Thankfully, Doc Rivers did not do that today. When Harden was off the court, Joel Embiid was on there, and when Embiid was off the court, James Harden was out there as well. So that's what's important there. Thibault got some minutes. He got 5 points in this game. He actually hit a 3, so he had somewhat of an impact in this game. Shake Milton in his 13 minutes had 2 points as well. And overall, Sixers as a team shot almost 50% from 3. They were 48% from 3, 16 out of 33, and they were 54% in total from the field. They were struggling from the free throw line, though. 76%. I know Miami had a much better percent. Miami was 89% from the line in this game. But going to Miami's side, they struggled once again from deep. 20% in total, 7 out of 35 from 3. Jimmy Butler was their best player overall. He was just, the Sixers could not do anything to stop this guy. He was just unreal. 40 points in this game, 13 of 20 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 12 of 13 from the free throw line. 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. So Jimmy Butler was basically just a beast in this entire game. And if he doesn't go off as much as he did in this game, it probably would have been a way more comfortable win for the Sixers team. Bam Adebayo definitely had a much better game than he did in game 3. Finished with 21 points, 9 of 12 from the field. Got in the foul trouble, though. He had 4 fouls on the night going into that third quarter. He was benched for a little bit in the fourth as well, so you didn't see Bam out there for the beginning. But still, he managed to finish the game, but he played a lot better than he did in game 3, but still it wasn't enough because Joel Embiid, it's just a good matchup for Joel Embiid against Bam Adebayo. He also had 7 rebounds, 4 assists as well. PJ Tucker with 7 points. Kyle Lowry struggling once again still. Even though he got points, he still struggled mightily, especially shooting. He took 6 threes. He missed all of them. Strus, he fouled out in this game, only finished with 6 points. One person off of the bench as well that we really haven't seen struggles from is Tyler Herro. In 34 minutes, he really struggled. 11 points, 4 of 12 from the field, and only 1 of 5 from 3. He really struggled mightily shooting in this game. Just a lot of stuff was off. It was hitting the rim. It was bouncing out or hitting the backboard or something like that. And it was just a very sluggish night for Tyler Herro, something that we have not seen this entire series. So not sure if he's going to, consistently have that drought. He's most likely going to have a much better game in game 5 going back in Miami. But yeah, that was definitely something that helped the Sixers out a lot for Tyler Herro, just struggling mightily most of the night. So that was very, something that was really good to see from a Sixer standpoint. Looking at some of the team stats, offensive rebounds and points in the paint, fast break points and all that stuff were, those second chance points really. Honestly, did not feel like much of an issue in this game. Miami only had 5 offensive boards, the Sixers 4. So rebounding honestly didn't feel like it was that big of an issue in this game. So that was something that was a little surprising. I would say the only thing that was really, the biggest issue for the Sixers in this game was more of the free throw shooting. But honestly, the Sixers were one of the best free throw shooting teams in the NBA. They're going to have their off nights from the line, but still, they hit majority of their shots when they went there. So at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And their guys were clutch from the field. James Harden had himself just a fantastic game. Just can't, just basically can't say anything more about James Harden. He was just simply amazing, and that was great to see. So, overall, looking at the rest of this series now that we're going to game 5, game 5 is going to be on Tuesday. No, wait. Yeah, game 5 is going to be on Tuesday, which is going to be at 7:30. That'll be a TNT game. And then game 6 in Philadelphia, that's going to be on Thursday the 12th. That'll be a 7 o'clock game on ESPN. And then if possible, or if necessary, game 7 will be on Sunday the 15th back in Miami. So, best of 3 series right now. Let's see if the Sixers will basically, because they have to win in Miami right now. So let's see if they can get away to Miami in game 5, come back to Philly for game 6 to hopefully close it out with an electric Wells Fargo Center. Regardless, the Wells Fargo Center is going to be electric regardless. So still going to be a very fun closing to the series, and I can't wait for the rest of it. So what are your thoughts on this game, everyone? Your thoughts on James Harden's performance and everything like that? Do not forget to leave your comments and opinions down in the comment section below. I like to see those as always. Do not forget to drop a like on this video. Do not forget to check out the Painted Lines, which I'm a part of. Their links are down in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out the links to BrodesMedia, the Florida Pod merch website, and also Flyers Nitty Gritty. All that stuff is down in the description below. Do not forget to check those out. And like I said at the beginning of the video, the most important thing you can do is hit that sub button. I will greatly appreciate that. And also use the code TTPSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. And I will see you next time.